This is Algebra 2B, Unit 10, the beginning lesson. We read example 1. I won't read it again. You should have come to class, but here we go. We're down to that final question. How often will Dana be able to find, or Donna, find 4 boards of wood with knots in a row? Let me read that again. How often will Donna be able to find 4 boards of wood with knots in a row? Okay. With knots in a row. She's trying to find 4 in a row of boards with knots, but it sounds the way it reads a little differently. Let's pause it and bring up some stuff. So the table that they have to offer you to be able to do this, in this case, it's going to look like this guy here. Can I shrink him? Can I make him smaller so that he's not the whole thing? Can I make you smaller? Is everybody on there still? Everybody's still on there. How about that? How about that? Something's not right. All right. Everything's all right. Let's move them down. Not down like that. How about you? Yeah. Yeah. Anybody see Minority Report? I'm doing it right now. Yeah. What if I goof up a little bit? Fits perfectly like a glove. All right. Anybody see Ace Ventura? Ace Ventura, like a glove.
Like a glove.
Oh, the one with Jim Carrey. Yeah. It's old school. So here's what you're gonna write. You need to copy this chart. Just so I can feel your pain, I'm gonna copy the chart as well. They have to give you one of these charts, and we'll show you how it simulates 20 boards, 20 numbers. And then we'll talk about this 4 in a row concept and see if you follow it. So go ahead and copy that down. Video people, I guess I could start copying mine. Let's see, 5, 0, 2, 4. I'm going to do 5 of those. A sound effect. 4. By the way, memorize these numbers. Not the numbers that I'm copying, but the numbers 1, 5, 9. 1, 5, 9. 1, 5, 9. Can someone say what those numbers are again?
1, 2, 7.
1, 5, 9 is correct. 1 a.m., 5 a.m., and 9 a.m. You can hear Uncle Minnie on brightradio.org. 1, 5. Now, why you're up at those times, I don't know. So in the afternoon, 1, 5, 9, 1 p.m., 5 p.m., and 3 p.m. You can hear Uncle Minnie on brightradio.org. 7 days a week, 6 times a day. The stories are only 3 minutes long. Tune in and be like, dang, that's my teacher. No way, I can't believe that. That boy finally made it. That's why he's not coming to work anymore. Wait a second, he's at work. We have our chart in red. The chart is random and the chart must be given to you. And so, what you do is the following. They're asking about 60%. The numbers are numbers from 0 to 9, so there are 10 digits available. The way you determine what numbers will tell you what is you list the numbers from, this is a simulation, so somewhere write simulation, so that when you hear that word, your brain kicks in. Oh, simulation, and either a group of numbers. There are 5 rows. Rows go across, columns come down. They can't see on the video, I'm doing like a little motion thing. After you have your rows and columns, you write out the numbers 0 to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're doing this in a simulation. They'll probably have 2 of these, but because they're so easy, they can't really do that many more. It's too easy. So here's what they're saying. There is a 60% chance of having a knot in the board. What does she want? She wants no knots or knots? Create a simulation that represents 20 boards. Okay. How often will Donna be able to find 4 boards of wood with knots? 60% chance of having a knot with knots. Okay. With knots? 60%. Out of 10, 60% is how many? Does anyone know how many? If I had 10 items, how much is 6%? 6. 6. So what you do, you count off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 60% of the simulation, 40% that's left over. The rule will simply say this. Anytime I see one of these numbers on a row, should probably put them. Anytime I see one of these numbers in a row, I will count it as a board that has a knot. What does he mean? What does he mean? If I look on the first row, it needs to be on a row. I'm going to check to see, okay, and I need 4 in a row in order for it to count. I'll see what it means, and by the third one, you'll know what I mean. If any of these numbers show up, well, let's try it. So let's see, 5, good, 0, good, 2, good, 4, good. This row counts. So far, she has one row that meets the qualifications. These 4 boards, each of them, belong to that. Let's check this one. 4, 3, yeah, no, so no good on that one. 6 is not part of the with a knot. 6 is part of the without a knot. All right, let's see. Can someone say if the third row will be a yes or a no?
No.
It is a no because, of course, 8 is there. You don't have to look anymore. Someone different? The next row, yes or no? No. Someone different, yes or no, on the last one?
No.
I heard it in the same word. All right, reason I think I did something slightly wrong because I think my answer key, no, my answer key does it in reverse. Oh, but I have a different set of numbers, Okay, that's fine. So, something has been reversed. Dang it. If they say it, I gotta fix it. So here's the deal. They might need to hear. Yeah, no, they need to hear it.
Why did you stop it?
So let's erase some stuff. It's going to be the same concept, though. It's just the answer is going to be, the final answer is going to be wrong, different. So I'm going to erase a little bit here. Same concept. If you understood what we just did there, I'm going to put it again in green. 0, 1, 2, that's not a 12. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Get in there. So when you're, whatever the percent is, in this case 60%, it's always out of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so now we start with the yes and no's. Check marks are yes, that's good, that's what I want. So I'll put with knots. No knots. No knots. No knots. Hello, Andrew, come on in. Well, we say a quick hello. Hey, everybody say hello, Andrea. Or just wave, yeah. Because on a radio, they can see you waving. That's all good, yeah. That's cool. And how you guys? Yeah, and today my special guest is Corey. He'll be on the radio with me. Can you hear him? He's waving right now. All right, that's fine. In any case, with knots, no knots. So let's go yes, no. Ooh, they're 5, but you have practice at it, so let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6. Who wants to? You say not it if you don't want to be in. Good, everybody wants to be in.
Wait, what are we saying?
Not it means each person is going to get to do one of the rows. You're going to decide yes or no, unless you don't want a row. You can push the books out of your way if you want to.
There's only
6 of us, there's 5 rows.
but I want to.
You want a row?
Wait. So you're saying that?
Oh, so I'm doing crazy stuff. I should have said like clear. Hey, so there are 5 rows. I'm going to give 1 row to each person. Because there's 6, one of you can opt out. Like, hey, I don't want to do one of these. Who would like to be the person who opts out? Anthony, thank you for raising your hand. No talking on this one. Yeah, full 9 minutes planned. Nobody saying nothing. All right, row number. Oh, I didn't sign. I'm gonna give you numbers. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at your row. Decide if it's with knots. And again, remember, in order for it to be with knots, the only numbers that can be on that row are these numbers. Any of those guys on there, they mess it up. So only the older kids get to come to this party. If any of the little kids are there, like, Now we gotta watch PG instead of PG-13. All right, here we go. Here we go. Number one, what you got on the first row? Yes or no?
No.
He says no. Yeah. Oh, by the way, how do you know it's a no? Just
Zero to two.
yeah, 0 2, mess it up, little kids. All right, number two, what you got?
No.
No, that was Corey. Yes. How do you know Corey?
Because it's three.
You know, it's not Del Fosse. You can use Del Fosse if you want. If you want, like when you switch it up, and you changing it a little bit. Just and oh, you can take it all the way too. All right, number three, what you got?
Yes.
Ooh. Oh yeah, that 4. I thought 4 was messing it up. Fourth row. Was it you or was it?
I think it's me. It's me.
Yeah, no.
3 and 2.
Uh-huh. And that was Caitlin. It's a long name to spell. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you're-
my last name too.
Oh, wow. You're like my son's name, Benjamin Hines. So like, M.I. Nicholson is the L before. Can we just be Caitlin M? All right, what you got back there, Alexis? No, yeah. How do you know it's a no? Yeah. So like I said, this is more like conversational stuff. In other words, to actually get the final answer, you have to turn what you found into a percentage. In other words, the thing that you wanted that one row. Out of the total that were possible, there were 5 rows. I know there are no calculators out there, but I'll ask. Anybody know what percent 1 out of 5 is, or what decimal? Yeah, 20%, so it's 0.2, which of course turns into not 25, but 20%. I'm going to see if there's another one of these in there so that you can set that one up by yourself. And again, right along with the objective, you'll be able to organize the data using statistics. This is one element of it, a simulation table. Let me see if there's a second one in there. In any case, hey, those who just joined us via radio, we're going to do the same problem again, example 1. But the simulation chart, because it's random, the computer goes. Oh, that's the story. It's no phone ringing, but the numbers come out, and whatever the numbers happen to be random, then you just use that chart. So actually, if you hit like a button in Excel, it will spit out random numbers over and over and over again for purposes of this. I'm going to read it. You decide what should be next to each row. You can write them down or you just look at them since it's a little bit easier. Here it comes. Hey, Dana does not like clear wood without knots. She is looking for wood with knots to make furniture. There is a 6% chance of having a knot in a board of wood. Create a simulation to represent 20 boards of wood. How often will Dana or Dana or Donna be able to find 4 boards of wood with knots in a row? Take a look at the chart you have. I'm about to leave this last one in because it's too easy. I want you to think you know the percentage. Turn to the person next to you and say what that percentage is. And if it helps a little bit, let me see if I can lower the, you need this thing up here, so you can lower it. No, 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 no. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And again, with knots, 4 through 9. No knots, 0 to 3. So say it to the person next to you, and then see if you guys agree or disagree, and then we'll move on.
Are you typing that out?
I see Caitlin complains and says no one to record each other. Am I recording right now? Oops. Sorry. So with this new simulation where you see the red X's, the percent was 0 or 5, which is 0.0, 0 point either way, which is 0%. They're going to make you do a bunch of stuff, but if you get lost in it all, to make it easy to know what you're looking for, they're going to give you 100 items, from the smallest one to the largest. Just know that you went to the very beginning of the list, and you're going to take away the first 5. That's what you want. Put that in your left pocket. The first 5, the smallest 5. From small to large, you take the first 5, put that in your pocket. Then, you're going to go to the end of the list. The last 5, you're going to take those and put those in your other pocket. That's your goal. So all the words they're going to say and all the things they're going to do, When you get mixed up in it all, just know, hey, do I have 100 items? Are they in order from least to greatest? If they are, I'm going to take the smallest 5, I'm going to put them over here. I'm going to take the largest 5, and I'm going to put them over here. I'm going to do something with all of that, but basically, the part that messes people up is trying to identify those 5. With that said, hey, let's read some stuff and see if we can do some of that. Let's see here. Mr. Knowlson takes pride in his difficult chemistry test. 60 multiple choice questions with 4 possible answers for each question. Don't forget today with statistics, which is why we hire people to do this. Again, they're trying to figure out the numbers. Hey, how many students are at options who came from? And I'll make sure you read the question. We read most of it while you were offline, but we're on here at the very end here with Jeff. Jeff is wondering the value of Mr. Knowlson's pep talk, so he runs a simulation of 100 students. That 100 is important. Taking Mr. Knowlson's exam, who blindly guessed the answers for each question. Let me see if I can arrow down a little bit and see what they're asking us. What is the mean of the questions answered correctly by the simulated students as a percent? What percentage of the simulated students earn an A? And compare just simulated students to Mr. Knowlson's claims about the actual. So it turns out, we're on the second page, people, we skipped it, we're going to come back to it. You have the upper bound, and you have the lower bound. The upper bound are the, and they put it in, I wish I would have put lower first because we're so used to it from least to greatest. So I'll put it the way my colleague did who shared these notes with me. Let's put here, we put the number sign 5 times to represent the 5 largest numbers. You'll see what I mean in a second. Because there are 5 numbers out of 100, these 5 numbers represent 5%, also known as the upper 5%, or the upper bound. So, top 5, upper bound over here. We're going to put 90 in the middle. You'll see why 90 goes in the middle in just a moment. But let's put 5 on this other side. This is, by the way, out of 100, which I will put up in just a moment. This, again, will be like any math where at the beginning you're like, huh, what? Bound? But eventually it'll just be stuff like, I'm going to say, find the square root of 16. Most of you go, oh, well, let me ask, hey, what's the square root of 16? Yeah, it'd be like 4. Someone else, what's the square root of 36? Yeah, it's going to be like that. So initially you get the words and you then finding it is pretty easy. All right, so here, 5%. This is on the low end. All right, let's do this 100% thing. All right, here it comes. After we do this so I can wake you up, we'll find you guys are old enough to care about cars. Maybe someone's giving you a car, maybe a rich uncle is buying you a car, but you're going to have to decide what type of car you want. Yeah, what type of car you want. We'll find out. I'll say one. I don't know if you need the color, but we'll say. In any case, if you had 100 items, you have 100% of them. If you were to slice off 5 of those items, you would have 5% of the total. If you slice off another 5%, you'd have 5% of the total. If you took your first 5% from the smaller numbers, you put it in order from least to greatest, you have the lower bound. If you did 5% of the large numbers, you have the upper bound. Okay. I'm going to ask you about the upper bound and lower bound in just a moment. But because it took us a little while, we got to get on tape. What was it?
Back to the future when you close forward, two goes to the future to history will bring.
Yeah, 10/21/2015 or 15 was the day they went into the future where cars were flying or
The house on there.
The stuff leaks.
Yeah. So
And
again,
then someone said that Michael J. Fox got arrested, and I thought that's why they were doing it, but it was like a joke.
yeah. And but they went on Jimmy Kimmel yesterday to do the thing where. Now I haven't seen the full movie. Apparently it's a great movie. People love it. 6 makes it into the middle section. The question: who was the last guy before you entered the main section? The last guy is actually the lower bound. Same thing with the upper bound. 100, 99, 98, 97, 96, 95. You know, who was the last guy before you entered the main section? He's the official upper bound. So when they ask for a single number, who's the upper bound, lower bound? They need that last number for getting it. Margin of error, write this down. Margin of error is the mean plus or minus a percent that we're going to find. And then that percent that we're going to find is going to be the range of the middle 90. This part here, this number here, the mean, or rather the percent, is actually going to be the range of the middle 90%. The range, a lot of words, of middle 90%. And it's going to be divided by 2. And by the time we do a bunch of examples, it'll be good. What I may do, and then really study it for Tuesday so I can really be good, because it's been a while. All right. And so to get the range of anything is the biggest thing minus the smallest thing. So this thing here is range is big minus small, all still divided by 2. Let's see, mean minus lower. Mean. All right. Let's see if I can set up one other thing, and then after I set up one other thing, then I'm gonna call it a day. I'll be using the phrase instead of margin of error. I'll be using the phrase the MO. Find the MO, margin of error. Anybody see Three Stooges? Mo, Larry, Curly right there. Yeah. Yeah, I used to like it a little bit until finally I became a little bothered by the violence. The one guy hitting the others started messing with me a little bit. I don't know at what point it became less funny, but dang, dude, why you always hit? I'm like, yeah, come here, stupid. Yeah, and doing whatever, just hit him on the head. Yeah, whatever. It's like,
It's not my commentary, man.
Yeah, same issue with him. Even as a kid, I was like, Tom and Jerry, it's too violent. They're just fighting each other and for no reason. The mouse can get along, you know. So yeah, he's up my list. All right, here we go. We're gonna find the mo. Find the mo. So here we go. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's go back to the example and find the mo. What's that? What's that? What'd you say? Yeah, I mean, they haven't completely gone. So down here, I just wrote in the 5 and 5%, 5%. Let's see if we can get part of this answer. So the mo we're about to find, the range, big minus small, all over 2. We're going to use the lower bound and the upper bound to help us find that. And then the margin of, that's the margin of error. Then we're going to put that connected to suffix. So let's do part of that. You'll do this more than once, but here it comes. This is it, people. You've made it to the end of your week. And me too. Got excited. My mom was flying in from out of town, so I could see her. To find the mo of this number, ooh, let me try this. Can someone say the number that is the lower bound? And then ask for the number which is the upper bound.
8, lower.
So we're looking for the lower bound. Your hint is, I'm going to tell you where the parties happen and who's at the door to make sure no one gets in. That's the door for the little kids to get into the party. This is the door to keep out that creepy older dude who shouldn't be at the party. He's still trying to hang out. Here there's one person who's at the door who keeps out the kids, and he's called the lower bound. What is that guy? What is his number? Say it again. Yeah. the person has to be on the outside. So let me try it this way. The party's happening in the blue. The outside, the outside is the green. These are the people who want to get in, but the too young. The person closest to the door is the gatekeeper and known as the bound. So say it again, Nathan.
9.
Yeah. So this guy here, he is of the 5% of these 5 guys, he would be called the lower bound. He's that kid who can't get in himself, but he want to be in charge of all of us who can't get in. All right, you guys step back, step back. We can't get in. I'm gonna be here by the door. But you here? Be quiet. Be quiet. I'm trying to get in. They're having a good time. You guys know going? Sorry, I gotta keep you guys back. You guys too young. You're 9 too. Yeah, but I'm 2 months older than you. All right, right. So this guy here is the lower bound. If I put LB, would that be good, or do I need lower bound?
I think I'll do it.
When you look at your notes, you'll be like, oh yeah, he's the LB. So this first time I put lower bound. Now some of you getting it. Of the creepy dudes, the youngest guy, he's the least creepy. So he's going to keep out somebody who's 24 from getting into this party. Get someone different than Nathan say, who's the upper bound? Yeah, 21. Come on, dudes. We're not going in there. Kids in there. Hold on.
I don't want to think of family guy.
You hear anything? Dude, you're creeping me out. You want to hear what's going on in there? Alright. So let's put him. He's the upper bound. From Family Guy? Family Guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said Chewy for Stewie. I'm like 1 letter off. And I feel like I'm all like completely off. I'm not even completely off.
You're out 2 letters.
Dang, it's 30 minutes. Who's watching that video? Yeah, whatever. No. Yeah, there's a 30-minute show. You should have been here. 2 hours and 30 minutes. I think that's a good deal. Yeah, plus you can fast forward, rewind. All right, let me pause. I only got 3 minutes. Hey, Thomas, we need you to find the margin of error, also known as the MO. Margin of error is actually important towards machines. Someone's out there testing them, so when McDonald's, of course, brings down that big cooking thing. Like if his cooking thing, the heat is too hot and burns up all those, he's in trouble. He's like, it's not me, it's the machine. The margin of error was off. It's plus or minus 2 degrees. That whenever you hear that. What's another area of error? Plus or minus. Some steering wheels for those who drive. Some of the steering wheel is ooh yeah. I have center maximum. Is that okay?
It's one of your models.
Yeah. One is 2015, the other is 2010. All right. Yeah. That's for you, buddy. One of our coworkers. Those in Radioland, I'm about to take a selfie with my flip phone. Corey's gonna take a picture of me taking a selfie. Am I in there?
Yeah.
All right. Usually it's in a mirror that you take it, and the people are showing their other parts. Whatever. Hold on. Now I can't. Now I assume with the regular phone you can see yourself. So I don't know if I'm in the thing. Am I in there?
Yeah.
Good. Peace side. Did you do it already? I got it.
Hold on.
That's like a preview to a selfie. Oh, this is so cool. He's having the picture. I think it's funny. Hold on. I'm taking a selfie. Hold on. Here it goes. All right. Did I do it yet? Shit. Want the show?
Yeah.
Boom. Did you do your part already?
That's so cool.
Let's see nothing. Hold on. It's a bad picture. Let me save it. A selfie. That's crazy.
You should do selfies now.
With
your kids?
That's great. All right. That is hilarious.
Watch people start passing by you and like start putting you on.
Oh man, yeah.
And then you'll be famous.
I know, because I'm one of the last guys with it. All right. 2016, 5 is gonna be a sad day. It's gonna be like the day, like, oh no, don't do it, Thomas. Yeah. 2016, August is done. Let's get this done by the time the hands on the line. Let me just write it. Write down what you think. That was cool as selfie. Oh, that's hilarious. By the way, it's kind of the thing where you don't do that. Like, look. All right, we're gonna find the MO. How do you find the MO? You take the big number circled minus the small number circled. Divide by 2. You find your margin of error. Look how easy that is. That's why we're having a good time in here. Someone tell me the big number. The upper bound. 21. That's the creepy dude who's keeping the other creepy dudes out. And then the lower bound, please.
9.
9. That's the older kid keeping the kids from going into this party because, you know. Anybody know R. Kelly in here? 'Cause I don't want to say anything if you know him. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's just keep going. Sorry, R. Kelly, just in case you're watching this video. Somehow I don't think you are, but whatever. It's possible. 9. 21 minus 9 is something.
12 divided by 6.
So the margin of error is 6, which I think eventually has to be turned into a percent, but for now I'll just leave it as a 6.
Would it be 60% or would it be 6%?
It's just going to be a 6 for now. Let's just keep it as a 6 and I'll find out what that 6 will represent. To find the mean of all the numbers, you have to know how much they all add up to. The check sum is how much they add up to. To find the mean, you divide by how many of them there are. In this particular case, there are 100 numbers, so you can divide by 100. To divide by 100, you just move the decimal 2 places to the left. In this case, it's going to be 1, 2, 14. And I think they'll keep it at that decimal, but if you did 15, I'd be fine with that. So the last thing you're going to do, and I guess I did it, I couldn't stop myself, is you're going to take this 14, and you're going to do the margin of error with it. Like, well, what are you going to do? Then we'll explain it next time. So you do like several things. 14, 89 plus or minus this 6. That is your margin. It's not your margin of error, but it's how are they going to? They're going to ask the question in a certain way where this answer is what they're looking for. I'll tell you how they're going to ask that question. If you find your mole by doing the subtraction, you'll find that mean thing of the total numbers, and then you combine the two. Go do 2 or 3 of these on the test, and you'll be able to